So when I last saw Janine and Andrew, Andrew is Janine's fiance.
He's also an independent man of his own right as well.
Yeah, don't just call
Andrew
him
Harouni.
names.
I wish.
Is he going to take your name when you get married?
Yeah,
what
supposed to be
are
our
you guys
wedding
doing?
yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I only found out from Instagram.
I wish he would take my last name because I think I have a better last name than him.
No,
I think Bobby should take my last name.
Yeah.
Bobby
That's what I
Kemsley.
think.
I can't
Bobby
pronounce
Sounds like a
Bobby's-
gangster.
Yeah.
Bobby Kemsley. Oh, it does, yeah.
Like an East End gangster.
That's good, yeah.
I can't pronounce Bobby's last name. Every time I try and say it, I'm like, Bobby Mayer.
Mayor.
Mayor. But maybe
Mayor.
I'm saying it wrong.
Mayor.
How does he say it?
Mayor.
No, he says...
Mayor.
Yeah, so I think you're getting it right, but
Mayor.
it's because
Well, what are you saying? Mar.
I say mayor.
Mayor.
I don't even know how to say my own husband's surname.
But it's
Well,
not
if
because you have a non-rhotic accent. So
Yeah.
you don't say your R's.
You have a what?
Mayor.
A non-rhotic.
Non-rhotic.
Rhotic, what does that mean?
You don't say your R's when you say words.
You can't say your R's.
You could.
Tree.
No, she can't say R's.
At the
tree. Train.
At the end of.
At the end.
At the end.
Ah.
So you wouldn't say
Car.
Peter. You'd say Peter.
Peter. Yeah, I wouldn't say Peter.
Yeah, and Mar.
Peter.
The sound is
Mar.
at the end, is it?
Mar.
Is this the kind of captivating content?
Yes,
Shall we
that's
start?
exactly what we're looking for. Yeah.
Have you ever been to Western Supermare?
No.
You should go.
Is it West Country?
Are you just
Actually, it's
saying
a-
that because of Mayor?
It's a seaside town in
But
the
that's
West
what
Country.
made you say that,
Yeah, I
because of
know,
Mayor.
But it's where I used to spend every summer holiday.
Did you?
Western Supermare, yeah. Used to love it, but then when I went back as an adult,
Yeah, I did
Oh,
a gig there, did not do
bleak.
well.
Oh,
yeah.
no. Why?
Yeah.
Why? What's it like?
it's like any seaside town in this country is like great fun if you're a kid, but if you go there as an adult, it'll be pretty bleak.
Right. Yeah. I used
Like
to go to the Jersey Shore every summer with my family.
See, so that's kind
And
of...
I didn't realize there was anything weird about it until the show, The Jersey Shore, came out. And I was like, why are people interested in this?
Yeah.
Isn't this just what grown-ups are?
Atlantic City, is that where that's...
No, that's a bit more south of
Ah,
where
right.
that is. But yeah, Atlantic City is great. It's just a real sleepy Las Vegas. It's great.
My
Good
family are
fun.
from New Jersey.
Oh.
Some of them.
Oh,
Not
right.
obviously not all of them.
Do you know where?
Burlington Township,
Is that where the Burlington Coat Factory is from?
maybe.
Oh my God, do they make coats?
No. Do my family make coats? No, not all of them.
Is this the small family?
What? All my family are small.
Orson family is small and he's a giant. It's like an elf. Whenever
How
he
tall
goes
are you?
home,
It's because I'm the only one in my generation of my family are big, or like bigger and healthier because they're the first generation of my family to not have a purely vegetarian diet.
we don't know if it's that.
Wow.
Well, it is that because
We don't know if it's that because what you're saying is very anti-vegetarian and we don't know that for sure.
Fine.
We just can't know for sure.
Are you a vegetarian?
Yeah.
Please introduce Janine Harouni.
Please welcome Janine Harouni. She's not a vegetarian.
We've done a lot
No.
of chat before introducing
Yeah.
her, but Janine's here.
Hey,
Yeah.
hello.
Thanks for coming on, Janine.
Thanks for having me.
You're American.
I am.
Yeah. I just find it really exciting. I don't know why.
It is
I just always
exciting.
find America
Are
so
people this excited when they meet
exciting.
you?
No, most people here really don't like Americans at all.
Really?
Yeah, because you hear it. Like one time I was on a train and I heard this woman, her and her friend were talking about, they went to go see Dirty Dancing, the musical.
Yeah.
And then she said, and then it got to the part where they said that famous line, nobody puts baby in the corner. And all the Americans in the audience started whooping and cheering and clapping. And I was like, on the train, I just went, you have no idea if they were American. How could you know that information?
See, I've not seen the side of you that like is like aggressive in public.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
it's there, isn't
Do
it?
you
Like,
have
There,
it?
yeah, it's really bad. It's very much a New York thing that I can't seem to shake.
I love it. I lived
Confrontational,
in New
Love
York
it.
for a year, and my best friend over there, she had the same thing. Like guys would like yell stuff at her in the street, and then she would go, "What the fuck did you just say?" And she would like follow, like cross the road to talk to them and get in their face, and they'd be like, "Whoa, back off, lady, you're crazy." It was
Yeah,
really
yeah.
Is that an
fun.
American thing though? Because if she was doing
Where
it
is
in
she
America,
from in America?
She's from Jersey.
There you go.
Is it a Jersey
Yeah.
thing?
I think it's the tri-state area. I think it's New York,
Yeah.
New Jersey,
What's the equivalent of that kind of attitude in this country?
Essex, maybe.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Maybe.
just around the big
yeah,
city.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Staten Island and Essex are very, where I'm from, and part of Jersey as well, are very Essexy.
Do you have
Yeah.
that though? Would you get
Tan
in
and-
fights?
I've never been in a fight because I would lose. I would not
Yeah.
win. I'm
But you'd
a
think-
small, weak woman. I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, I'd lose as well. But
Yeah.
I avoid confrontation. Are you confrontational?
I'm confrontational because I feel like it takes a lot to throw a punch. So I'll like
You'll taunt the bear. Yeah.
You're saying all this stuff so calmly.
Yeah, so
Just so, like,
sweetly.
just
Yeah.
Just
table
stare
over.
really calm.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't really throw a
Yeah, it
punch.
takes a while before you throw a punch. I once was in the supermarket, maybe 2 years ago, in Tesco, and who are sponsoring this podcast, by the way. And a man, I guess I just had some bad news and I was really down, and I was very slowly scanning my like single pot of hummus and like single thing of carrots, and I just was going very slowly. And as I walked away, this man shoulder checked me and went, "Privileged." And I don't need to tell you, he was a white man. He was a real like REM looking motherfucker. Like he had like a big white beard, like Michael Stipe. Like, and then I don't know what happened. I just snapped and I just screamed this guttural scream, just like, "Ah!" And then I went, "I am an Arab woman," and and I'm really not.
What?
Like, you know, my grandmother
Why did he
was,
shoulder
but
barge
I'm
you
not.
though? What was that all about?
Why did
he do that?
Yeah, why do you buy
well, because he was a crazy person
Yeah,
who should
yeah.
be, you know, who
But
has
then you
sort
out
of-
crazied him.
I really
I like that
out-crazied
Was he
response.
scared?
But then I got kicked out of Tesco.
That seems mean.
Yeah, and everyone was like, "What's going on here?" And I was
Yeah.
just shouting and screaming, and they kicked me out of Tesco. And then I cried and ran the whole way home because I was like, he was buying 2 bottles of wine, and I thought he was gonna glass me.
Right.
And I've seen him in my neighborhood since then. Yeah,
You need to move soon.
I know. I've lived here for so long. I know. I need to get
You
out.
could be like Janine. You could be more like Janine.
I should be more like Janine. It just would never occur to me. I'd just say sorry. It
You
just
say
would
sorry to
never-
him for being privileged.
Yeah, no, I'd just say, "Oh, sorry." I would never shout, "I'm an Arab woman," like, or not that.
No,
that
you
but
should-
I would never, like,
I don't recommend it. No,
yeah, you shouldn't do that. But nothing like that. I'd apologise to him.
I've never seen anyone getting thrown out of a supermarket.
That is really
Yeah.
impressive.
That's like
You
you've
got
done
thrown
a lot
out.
to
Yeah.
get thrown out.
Yeah. It
And
was-
especially if you're clearly like, if someone obviously even if they only saw half of that, they'd assume he was being aggressive and you weren't.
I think in this situation,
you were screaming.
I was really screaming. Yeah.
Was this quite recent?
It was 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
It was also,
I
it was like in the
love
run up
that.
to Edinburgh as well. And so I was
Stressful,
very
yeah.
stressed and,
Yeah.
and broke and inside and financially. And yes, yeah.
So
Have you ever yelled at anyone?
Well, you know how I show stress.
Yeah, you just have a little tantrum.
No, I buy shoes.
Oh yeah,
You always have great shoes. I think I talked to you about
Thank
that
you.
before.
that means he's really stressed. Anytime
Oh,
you've seen him,
it
with
was
great
in
shoes,
Edinburgh
yeah.
when I saw you
How
with your
many
great
did you buy in
shoes.
Edinburgh that time?
I wasn't stressed last year, Edinburgh.
The one before when you bought like 3
Oh.
pairs of shoes.
2017.
Yeah,
Yeah. How many in total?
yeah.
Like 4 or 5.
4 or 5 pairs of shoes.
Do you have Allbirds? I
No,
feel
I've
like
never
you
had
would.
them.
I feel like they suit
Allbirds, my aesthetic.
Yes,
Sort of Silicon
yeah.
Valley, tech bro.
Yes.
Gilet.
No, but
Is that what you're going
but
for?
like no big labels anywhere. Like a sort
See,
of
that's the
neutral
thing. I was
palette.
like, trainer wise, I kind of go for like cheap trainers that are now hard wearing. But sometimes you're right. In the past, I've gone for like, I've gone through the whole lot. I've gone for like really flashy ones, and then someone said I look like an Estonian rent boy, so I had to stop wearing those.
I thought your look. I didn't realize it was Silicon Valley. I thought it was like Granddad. I thought that's what you were going for. Is that not?
I don't know what it
the
is.
look that
There's
you're
different.
going
It's
for?
different vibe all the time. This is all. I get most of my clothes from Uniqlo anyway, so like it's whatever they decide I should wear.
Yeah.
But shoe
Is
wise,
Uniqlo a good? They have good quality clothes.
yeah, I like them. I like them.
I always walk past it. I'm scared to go in. I just feel like
The thing is, it's the least scary of the high street like fashion
really
Yeah.
there's something so intimidating about
Really?
Uniqlo
What?
for me. Yeah, Uniqlo. Yeah, I don't
What
even
do you
know
think
it's
how to
that
say it.
is?
It's
No.
What is
The
it?
models
it wants
look
to not be
cooler than
fashionable.
me. Right.
So everything is like, just do you want it in this color or that color or that? Like it's
But
just
then
like
I see in the wintertime they have these like bubble jackets where
Yeah.
it's like it's not a hood, it's like it wraps around your face. Like, it's, you know what I mean?
I've not seen
sounds
that.
Like this is
amazing.
a silhouette I am
Do you not
not
want that?
prepared to wear.
Do
No,
you
I don't want to
not-
look like an ice cream.
That is all I want. Actually, that is exactly what I'm going for at all times.
You have to be. You can't buy most clothes there, can you? Because they're not vegan.
No, well, my mum got my dad a cashmere jumper from there, it was so expensive. I couldn't believe how much
80,
cashmere
90
was.
quid, aren't they?
Yeah, but they and she said it's good, but they kill an animal or something for the cashmere.
Yeah, cashmere is pretty.
Is it a
I've
goat
heard it's
or
pretty tough.
cow or
What
to
is it?
get
What is
hold
a
of.
cashmere?
Cashmere
Animal.
Mink?
cat?
No.
sheep.
Sheep?
Is it?
It's a
I
wool,
don't
isn't
know.
it?
So
It's a
expensive.
type of wool.
It is a type of wool.
But I think
Yeah.
like
Andrew's
it's quite
allergic.
hard to get off the animal, so they kill it.
Oh,
I've no idea, but like
yeah.
I've been told you shouldn't really buy cashmere because it's quite cruel.
I think they do something mean to the animal probably. Like
but you don't buy wool.
they feed it up. I'm actually, because also I'm a bit allergic to wool, but also I don't like wool. Yeah, so it's a double thing. I don't like scratchy stuff.
But wool's
Not
soft.
good with, no. See, I think I just see it differently. I find it scratchy. Other people find it soft.
Sometimes wool can be scratchy.
Thank
I've
you.
felt scratchy wool.
Thank you. It can be
I'm
really
more of a
scratchy.
felt kind of wool.
Yes, that's what I like.
Yes,
Very
yes.
soft things, like very cloudy,
This is one of the most
soft.
pleasant podcasts we've ever had.
Yeah.
This is really lovely.
Yeah, what do you like?
I like I do
Scratchy.
like a lot of
Scratchy.
wool and
Yeah.
cotton, but I find that a lot of the stuff that I wear a lot is polyester.
Really?
Yeah, because it's easy to wash, easy to dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't it make you quite sweaty?
No, because it's easy. It wicks away more. What does it?
I don't know. I thought polyester
I
made you
always thought
sweaty.
it was like, because
This is
it's sort of
polyester.
plastic, isn't
Yeah.
it?
But
Yeah.
it's like
What are you doing?
well,
What is that?
This is polyester, but it's called aerism, so it's like really airy.
I don't like the texture of that at
What,
all.
plastic?
No, it looks too
It's like
shiny.
silky.
I
It's
don't like
That
silky.
it.
looks very nice.
Thank you.
Too shiny.
You're too shiny.
You're too shiny. I love that. I love that you yelled back and that you got. So is that? Do you think that you did that happened in New York, like growing up there, where you just had to like?
You know, I think people here don't expect it as much.
Yeah.
So they like I've been shoulder checked more in this country than
Why are you
anywhere
getting
else.
shoulder checked?
People
Sarah?
are
checking you all the time.
People are always shoulder checking me.
I
Do you
d-
not have that happen?
I
I
have
don't
shoulder
know.
checked people.
Maybe it's
Have
me.
you?
Yeah, because
You've
like
shoulder checked me before, and you've kicked me before as well.
that's not true. I've shoulder checked people when I've been walking down the street.
Can I ask you, was it like on Oxford Street or something like that?
It wasn't
Did
on
you
a
shoulder
busy
check
street, but I
Janine?
know. I think when it's busy, I just get through it as I
Right,
can.
yes.
I don't keep my space or anything like that. But if there's like people walking two abreast and they're not getting out of the way,
To what?
abreast. You know what I said. If if there's like on a pavement and
Yeah.
That drives
then
me
I
crazy.
just keep. I'm not going to get out of the way for them.
You just barge them.
Well, they shouldn't be walking.
You would have a lot of force though, because you don't move your arms, so there would be a lot of force behind your shoulders. So you've got to be careful.
You are
That
the
is true.
biggest member of your family. Is that what you said?
Thank you. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all that meat is just.
So I think
Yes.
my mum's the most aggressive member of our family.
Really?
Yeah.
I find
does
it's
she do?
often the women of the family.
Yeah.
Because
Natural
like,
aggressors.
there's not a fear. Like I'm not afraid that. I mean, probably one day it'll happen, but
Yeah.
I'll yell at a man because I think, well, if he hits me, well, he won't, and if he does, he's done for.
Yeah.
But
That's
I don't think I yell at women as much as I yell at men.
No.
Weirdly.
I would.
Why
yeah.
would you yell at a woman though? Because they're not going to be shoulder checking you. It's usually men
No,
that do that.
it is.
Isn't
It's always men.
It
But I think
is
it's
always men
because-
shoulder checking.
But I think in New York, I've never had it happen in New York, and I think it's because people have guns there. And so
Oh, yeah, that's a really.
yeah,
I
of
think
course,
I think
yeah.
there's like a weird
mad people-
politeness
Yeah.
where
Yeah,
people
yeah.
are like, "Oh no, I could be
Yeah.
there. I could be murdered."
True.
Whereas here, people are like, just there's a lot of bubbling aggression that no one expresses.
In
And I
London
think they take it
especially.
out like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you're not walking fast enough, or you're
Yeah.
walking too fast," or
I found myself getting very angry at people, and I
Yeah.
'Cause you're
I normally
grumpy.
like. And Evelyn, my housemate, was saying this to me. She was like, "You pride yourself on not being angry, and you tell people not to get angry, but you get really angry at people just going about
That's
their
true.
business."
but
Yeah.
how do you express it? Do you shout
I say,
at them
"Look
or
at that piece of shit."
under your breath?
Yeah. And they're just like getting on with their day.
He's very
Yeah.
secretly grumpy. Yeah,
Yes,
that's what
yeah.
we're realizing. Would you say that's true about
Are
Sunil?
you?
Just say yes. Just say
Yeah.
yes.
You've picked
Yes,
a side.
there
You
we
picked a side
go.
now,
I
Janine.
was forced. I'm so sorry. And also,
No,
you're
free
so
will, yeah.
angry that I don't want to make
yeah,
you even more
I'm not.
angry.
I'm smiling.
But are you the kind of person who would, if you see somebody texting as they walk, and they kind of get in your way, would you be like, "Oh, you shouldn't be texting when you walk"?
I'd be annoyed, but I just get over that. I don't know what it is. I think I was just staring out of the window at people doing stuff. And I was
You
like,
were looking for it.
I was in a bad mood. I'm not afraid to say it.
Oh, interesting.
I was in a bad mood.
Interesting.
Why is that interesting?
Because you wouldn't admit that you were grumpy, and you have been grumpy.
I just have admitted.
Yes. Well, it's taken a while. We finally got.
I'm sorry you had to see that, Janine.
I mean, I'll be honest, I just zoned out for a little while.
So was there? So there was a difference when did you move over here?
2011, 2012.
Right.
Yes.
What made you want to move to England?
I got into drama school here and in New York, but I had a boyfriend over here, so I moved here, and then we broke up almost immediately after I started.
Was he going to drama school as well?
No, he was an oil man.
Really?
An oil man?
I think so. I think he was an engineer.
You think?
I didn't pay much attention.
Boring. Not
Where
interested.
did you met him at uni? And
no, I met him because I did a summer course at the drama school I ended up going to.
Oh, right.
And he was friends with someone that I had been traveling with. I met him in a bar one night.
Okay, right.
Would he go out to the rigs?
He, I hope he never listens to this because I don't remember. I think there was a point in time where if I hadn't moved over here, he was like, I'll do the rig stuff because I think you go away for a month and then you get a whole month off.
Yeah.
But he told me it's very bleak. I don't know if he's done it or just his friends had done it.
I heard that.
Lots of
I wouldn't mind working on that.
Of course
rig.
you would.
I didn't mean
Yes, of course
that
you want to go to the rigs.
No, but I think the rigs are like, they're very well paid.
Yes, yeah.
Quite dangerous, I guess.
Why?
But it's a month on, month off. Why are they dangerous?
Yeah.
It's heavy machinery. You're out in the middle of the sea.
Very flammable.
Very flammable.
I guess.
Fuck,
yeah.
Sorry, I never even
Just
thought about that.
realised that
Oh
it was
my
flammable.
god, yeah, it could just explode in the sea.
Yeah.
Then the sea would put it out, surely.
Well, you got it. You got it there. The sea would put it out.
Surely then it would.
But the flames would be
go
at the
out.
top, maybe.
You just swim underwater, maybe.
Do you remember Piper Alpha?
No.
It was a rig that had really bad safety in the North Sea, and it set on fire, killed loads of people.
Jeez.
And after that, they're like, we should probably take this seriously.
Yeah.
So they sorted
After that
themselves out.
happened, they thought now's the time.
But rigs are like, it's like a proper. I mean, I wouldn't survive a minute on a rig. I don't even know what they do. Like, what's their job?
Pull the oil out
Pull
of
the oil out
in the bottom of the ocean.
It's like a tug
No,
of war
it's
kind
the
of thing,
divers that are they do the most dangerous job. They have like deep sea divers on the rig.
Oh,
and
who
they
go down and adjust the machinery and stuff. Yeah.
That's the big money
Wow.
we're thinking about in this current climate.
Yeah, something to do. If our
Something to
jobs
do.
stop existing, there we go. We'll all be on the rigs, make our own rig, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe somewhere warm. I don't want to be in
the tropics.
Texas.
Yeah,
somewhere nice where you would want to scuba anyway.
Exactly. Somewhere with tropical fish and a coral reef, maybe would be nice.
That'd be really nice.
Yeah,
thanks,
that would be. Yeah, make our own life on the rigs.
I'm wondering what would you do if you had to get another job now? Like, what would be your choice? Okay, not choice, but what could you do?
I'm skilled in nothing.
You sure?
Yeah.
I have an English degree, and I didn't
So you
read
could
a
read a
single
book?
I didn't
Okay,
read
you
a
couldn't even
single
read a book,
book the
okay.
whole time that
You read the notes.
I read all the notes, and I did so well with the notes that they asked me to make a speech at graduation, and I've never felt more like a fraud in my life because I was like, I haven't read.
What was the speech though? What did you have to do?
It was about.
Is this like one of the Americans ones where you get up on the stage and they get the top, like in Legally Blonde, the top of the class?
You don't have that here?
Valedictorian? No, we
The
don't
valid.
have that kind
No,
of
we
thing.
don't have that. Is that the valedictorian?
I wasn't the valedictorian. I think it was for my department. I had like quite a high
right.
GPA, and so for the English department ceremony of graduation, I gave a speech
Yeah, our graduation ceremony was essentially
God.
like, right, just come up and fucking collect this scroll and then
leave.
fuck
Yeah,
off.
in the
Yeah.
cathedral, did you do it?
Yeah, the cathedral.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
very
much
sentimental
better.
in America, yeah. And then if you don't get a good graduation speak, like some of the keynote speakers are amazing. Like if you've seen like the Steve Jobs one.
Yeah, all those ones.
Is
Yeah,
so good. But then I forget who we got. It was someone horrible. It was just droned on for like 25 minutes and you're boiling in this auditorium.
Surely all those people raised the game for all those speakers.
Yes.
Like
think
David
they
Foster
would.
Wallace did one as well, didn't he? There was
I
that
have to listen to that.
famous one. It's about like being a fish in water. It's called This Is Water. It's not about being a fish. It's called This Is Water. It's something like if you're in a car, you're not complaining about the traffic. You are something like that. I don't know. Is that a saying?
Sounds great. Sounds really good. Yeah, I love it. Really
But it's
good.
something about like, just like thinking about that stuff.
Really
So-
seem to have
So
an
I
impact
imagine
on
you
your
didn't give
life,
a speech
yeah.
at your graduation.
If I gave a speech at like
what
my
would
school,
what would the theme be? What would the title be?
I don't know.
What have you learned thus far in your life? That would be the headline of.
I've learned that like all the stuff I cared about as an 18-year-old doesn't matter. But can you really go into a school and say, listen, these people are lying to you?
Yeah,
That's the thing.
there's a big fantasy among people who've graduated drama school who are unsuccessful actors, like moi, who we all talk about it. We're like, we wish we could just, why won't they have us go back and just talk to these idiots?
Yeah,
and
what
just
would you
be
say,
like,
though?
you think you're going to graduate and there's going to be auditions. You'll be lucky if you get an audition. And then, listening to it now, I can imagine why they're not having us back.
Who do they have back for drama school?
Oh, it's just ridiculous. We had Benedict Cumberbatch gave a speech.
Oh my God.
And I
He's
was
like, it's fine, guys. It's so easy.
Yeah.
You'll be Sherlock
he
in
find
no
it-
time.
He was in Christopher Nolan's first. He was in a Christopher Nolan film
Oh,
at the beginning. He was in his first film that he made when he was at university, I think. And Benedict Cumberbatch was in that
Oh.
as a no, he wasn't. I think I made that up.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. It doesn't sound very
Can
realistic.
someone fact check that, please?
Is Christopher Nolan American?
I think he's American,
Christopher Nolan's not American.
Yeah.
Really?
He's British.
Batman.
He went to UCL, yeah.
Oh.
Batman.
Didn't he do Batman?
He did do Batman, yeah. And Tenet, which, have you guys seen it?
Oh, don't get me
Can't
started on
understand
Tenet.
a
I
word of
hated it.
I haven't seen it, but I'll probably get it
Hated it.
immediately, probably.
No. You
There's
it's not
nothing
that you
to
can't
get.
comprehend
You can't hear
You
it.
can't hear it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, I
that's
can
in
hear it.
every
Yeah,
Christopher
yeah.
Nolan
in
film.
every film.
Yeah, a lot
the
of mumbling.
sound mixing is just bananas.
Very
Every second.
jarring music as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
I probably love the music and get the film. But so, what would you say to you?
So what would you do as a
I'd
job
go
then?
back
What
to
would
school.
your job be?
What my job be?
Yeah, what's your job?
I've been looking into different jobs. You were mocking me for looking into different jobs.
I haven't mocked you. It's just
I said I was
interesting.
buying books on copywriting, and you went, "That's just a boring job."
No,
But
don't
I think
do
it's
that.
interesting.
But I don't think,
I'm not going to do
I
it.
think
No
you
one's
need
gonna
to
hire
know
me
how to
do
do it. I don't think you can just read a book and do it, though. I don't think, I think you need a bit
You
more.
can just read a book about stand-up and do that.
Well, yeah,
Are there
but
books about stand?
Yeah, there's loads.
Who? What's good?
Steve Martin's is good.
Yes, but that's not
But that's an
really
author,
about
though.
stand-up.
Yeah,
is it?
it's
But
about
I did listen to
something
the
else.
audiobook and cried at that as well.
Joan
Oh,
Rivers
really?
is good. It's not really about that, but she's got one that's good. I did English literature as well. I can really review
That's
books.
good, is it?
Really
It's good.
She
I
wrote a
don't-
good book that is
It's
good.
really good.
I reckon I'd like to do manual labour. I'd
No,
love to be
you wouldn't.
Yeah,
I'd
You
love
don't
to be a
know yourself
mechanic.
at
feel you
all.
I'd love
on
to
that.
be a mechanic. I'd love to be a mechanic.
You wouldn't know how to fix anything.
Yeah, but I'd learn.
The feeling of satisfaction when you've
That's it.
spent the day using your muscle and fixing something. And anytime I go home, my parents always make me work in the yard or whatever it is, and I'm always like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I'm
Well,
I sleep like a baby at night.
What are they making you
Yeah.
do? Just gardening?
They
Or do they have a scrapyard? Or
they bought a plot of land.
Yeah.
that they're calling the Circle.
Yeah.
It's
Sort of,
It's
so they
intriguing, like a
retired.
cult
They
thing.
retired down to North Carolina, and these are people who have lived in New York. They're born in Brooklyn, both of them. They
Yeah.
have not had gardens for much of their lives, and now they have a big garden in the backyard. And then this circle, because they live on a cul-de-sac, in the middle is just an empty grass circle, and they bought it like it was Monopoly.
they bought the middle of the
They
cul-de-sac.
bought the middle of the cul-de-sac. And so whenever I go down, it's huge. You got to mow it. You got to mow it and pull up the
Right.
weeds and all that.
What are they going to do with it? Sit on it.
I'm like, what? I don't know. I was like, Mom, would you not build a house there? They only
In
have
the middle.
in the middle of the cul-de-sac. But something, or community garden, nothing. They
No.
just keep
Mow it.
it neat and clean. But you know how much it was?
What?
$1,000.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
a great deal for everyone else because they've got someone to pay them to mow
Exactly.
the bit they have to
Yeah.
look at
She
every day.
bought it. My mom and dad bought
Right.
it so that they could spend more money keeping it up.
Yeah.
That's not a good investment, I would say.
No. But they were it was so cheap, and they just
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just haven't really had much land in their lives, and
But
they
what
just
would happen if
purchased
they
it.
just let it completely go to shit?
It would be horrible. It would be.
What
it's-
if
But
they
no one would tell them
bought
off,
some
though, 'cause they owned it,
cows?
right?
Could they put some cows on it or something? Or
Well, there are
fence around
deer
it.
down there that come and nip, so that's why they can't do the garden because the deer come and eat the.
How big is this circle?
It's massive. It's
Just
huge.
look around this room. I
It's
reckon-
bigger than this room.
bigger
I
than
don't
this
know
room.
what to tell you. It's huge.
Great. So you could be a gardener. I could see that. Landscaper.
No, I don't like bugs.
No, but you could tell other people what to do.
Yeah.
Oh, the
You could have
head
the vision.
gardener.
Or have a vision for it, yeah.
I think there's a
I
big
see.
difference between doing a bit of manual work for one day and doing it every day in a row. Because I've had that. We built a fence, me and my family, and it was so good that we all took part, and it was a day I look back on. But if every day of my life was building a fence, I would not look back at it as fondly.
But you get
Yes.
really good at building. You get satisfaction from getting better at it as well.
But I think there's only so good you can get at building a fence. By the end of the day, I could was fine. no
Was
one's...
it a wooden fence?
Yes, my dad bought
Wow.
panels, and then we got those the things that go like they put the nails in.
Staple
So we
gun.
did
Nail
we
guns,
did
yeah.
that, and then all the panels. So it took
Didn't
ages.
that scare you? Those scare me.
Yeah, to begin with, it really
The
scared me,
power
and
of
then
it.
I
Well,
loved
that's how
it.
they-
Yeah, yeah,
and I
exactly,
really
yeah.
got into
So they
it.
kill
yeah.
people in the wire.
Yeah,
Yes,
we do.
yeah,
Yeah.
And in No Country for Old Men, is it?
Oh, that's
Or
a
it's a
bolt.
air-
That's a bolt gun, isn't it, for
Oh.
cows?
Good.
That's how they kill
God.
cows.
Grim.
Just put it at the back of the head and just. I made a deal with Evelyn Mock that if she's still single in 10 years' time,
You'll
just
kill
put
a
a
cow.
bolt through the back of her
Oh
head.
my god. You did not.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
never said that to that poor woman. You never did.
Yeah, I did. I offered, and she was like, "Yeah, fair play."
Evelyn, we need to stop Evelyn, because what if in 10 years she forgets about this and you just turn up?
It's in my diary,
She's just getting on with her day.
and we agreed that I
She
can't tell her it's
regrets-
about to happen. I have to just do it.
Evelyn, you must say
And
no.
there's no
you
safe
must,
word.
If
There's
you
no
know,
safe
if she
word.
texts stop, Evelyn. Oh my God.
She's not going to watch this. It's all right. Don't look at
Somebody tell Evelyn to text Sunil the
Evelyn,
word
don't-
stop. Stop.
I don't
Full
take.
stop.
There's no safe word. There's no safe
Oh
word.
my God. Then she's got to
She's got
find somebody.
10 years to find someone.
Evelyn. Oh
8
my
years.
God.
She'll find
Terrifying.
someone.
Yeah.
What, you made this promise 2 years ago?
No, sorry, I made it like if she's single by the age of 40, so she's got 8 years left, I think. 9 years, 8 years.
Oh my God. Very
But
stressful way to live.
yeah. So if anyone has got a bolt
I think.
gun,
So is that what your job would be? You just go around killing single women in their
single women.
40s?
I could be an assassin of sorts.
That would be a brilliant
I think.
film.
Did she promise the same to you, because you're 40 in a mere few months?
No, I
so
didn't.
you're
I said
gonna
no.
have
I
to.
said I don't want anything to do with it.
Wow.
I'm doing her a favour, if anything.
Why?
Hmm.
Why?
Because that's what she asked me to do. So
You're single.
yeah, but I don't mind. She's the one that wants a bolt gun in the back of it. Yeah, I might have misunderstood, but I'll
Oh my god.
I'll stick to it.
Yeah, we'll see in 8 years. That'll be sad.
Well, this is nice.
Yeah.
It's always nice to see you, Sunil. Just to let you know
It's-
I'm engaged. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not nearly
Yeah,
40.
When's the wedding?
quick, yeah. So have you replanned the wedding for
We have.
hopefully non-COVID
Well, here's
times?
what's happened.
Oh no! Oh
We-
no! I can't bear it.
And you might, I don't know if you maybe experienced this with your wedding. We sent out 2 waves of invitations. So there was the people we really wanted to be there. And then, of course, some of those people couldn't make the date.
And
Yeah,
then
okay, then you
Sunil,
do
did
the,
you
yeah.
get your invite?
Did you get an invite, Harriet? Thank you.
You may be the third way. Yeah.
Then we sent out the second wave. So all in all, I think we wanted about 100 and some odd people, but we ended up sending 200 invitations, but only 120 people were going to come
Okay.
because it's overseas. It's in New York.
Yeah.
But now that it's been rescheduled, we just have to invite all those 200 people. So we're really trying to delay so that some people will not be available on the date of the wedding. So we're not
Yes.
telling anyone.
It's going to be a busy wedding year next
Yeah,
year.
that
So
is
if
true.
it's on
Yeah.
a weekend,
It'll be a
they might be
double.
busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to lose some people to the second wave,
COVID?
probably, I guess.
Yeah,
So
fingers crossed.
that is another
Fingers crossed
thing
for
that
your
we
wedding
could
costs.
do. Yeah.
There are some people
Yeah.
my parents invited that are a bit older. I'm like, will they?
Yeah.
That's the same for loads of stuff, isn't there? Everything that's been cancelled this year. So there's
Yeah.
weddings,
Comedy,
comedy,
tours.
yeah.
Comedy
tours,
clubs,
yeah.
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But for weddings, have they already told you it's going to cost more because it's next year?
No, they were really great
happy
about it. They
to-
just transferred over. Also because you can get have a wedding in New York right now. So they've used my date for someone who is in, April
right.
or
Oh, great.
Right.
Okay.
I actually know who it is. It was my father's neighbor.
Oh, sweet.
So I hope she had a great wedding day yesterday.
So is it going to be like this time next year?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
great.
if
That
anyone
feels-
who's in the second wave is listening, we haven't set a date yet, and it might be.
Yeah.
I mean, who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah.
Who knows? So get booked up.
Yeah.
Book up those summers. Book a trip.
Yeah, do something in September.
Yeah.
Something
Do your
big.
parents listen to any podcast appearances you've been on?
No.
Do you think they ever will?
I don't think they know what a podcast is.
Do you?
That's really useful. That's really good. Yeah. That must be really useful being in a different country. I would feel much more freedom in talking about my family if they weren't in the same country.
Yeah. So much of my stand-up is about my family, and
Yeah.
they came to see my show, and my show was all about how my dad voted for Trump,
Yeah.
And the night that my dad was in, it's never happened before or since. I said my father voted for Trump, and the whole audience booed.
Really?
Oh
people.
my God. Oh my God.
It was so bad. Like, and it probably was me. I must have said it in a different way.
You were nervous or something.
Because I was very nervous.
Yeah.
So he was.
Did you say it in a way
not
where you
fan.
were almost crying about it or something?
I did cry. I did cry during that show.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because it's also about how my parents helped me get through like quite a bad, devastating car accident, and so then I was crying, and it was super weird, and everyone was looking at me in the audience, like, very British audience, were like, this poor girl is having a mental breakdown.
Well, they thought you were doing that every day.
No, I know, and then I was like, oh no, they think I'm. So then I just had to say, like, look, my parents are actually here, and it's the first time that I'm ever saying like thank you to them while they're here. And then a woman, in true British fashion, got up, stumbled her way across the stage, onto the stage, because it was upstairs at the Soho, so there's no... And I was like, hello. And then she's like, I'm going to throw up. And I was like, okay.
Welcome to England.
She left, puked 3 times in the bathroom, and was not admitted back in. So that was the show my parents came to see.
That's comedy, though.
That's
really is comedy.
That's
that
comedy. Yeah.
So that was the first time they'd seen you do stand-up. That was the first time.
they saw me
Oh
do
my God,
stand-up,
that's so intense. And
it
especially
was
if they're involved in it. Oh my God.
Yeah, for the show's like deeply personal as
deeply
well.
about them.
Yeah.
That must have been so terrifying.
Yeah, what did they say afterwards?
Let me preface this by saying the show is so clean that the country of Dubai asked me to come and do the show there. And then my father said, can you take all that sex stuff out? I mean, there's one sex joke in the whole thing, and it's clean enough for Dubai, but too dirty for Joseph Harouni.
Great. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so he didn't care about all the Trump stuff. I think he just didn't want me saying I was having sex outside of marriage. They're very, very Catholic.
Your mother has seen you do stand-up, hasn't she?
Yeah. She's very supportive, but my dad just gets so nervous, and then the light is always shining on him wherever he is. Like, his face is illuminated, and we just decided it was best for everyone that they don't come anymore.
Yeah, my mum's never seen me do stand-up.
She doesn't even know Snow does stand-up.
Yeah, she does now.
What did she say? Wait, I can't stop burping. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
What did I eat? Chicken salad.
What's happening?
Sorry.
What does she... She knows I do stand-up.
Yeah, because a man in the street told her.
Before?
Don't know.
You should talk about these things.
Just office, bit working in an office, doing my old job before this.
What did she say when she found out?
She was like, oh, a man in the street said your son does stand-up.
A man in the street?
Yeah, and I was like, she said specifically a fat man in the street said, your son's on telly, he's doing stand-up. And I said, yeah, I do a bit of stand-up. And she went, all right, cool. Do you need any pants or anything? So it's a pretty standard response.
Wow.
It's like, all right, that's fine.
Were you scared? Were you scared of what her reaction would be?
No, I always thought it would be that, which is why I never.
Did you not want to tell her before a fat man in the street told her? That would have been nicer.
Well, no, because I don't see it as a like, ta-da. It's just like, oh, this is another thing I do.
But did she ask to come?
Just conversation about your life.
No.
I'm going to send her a tape.
Fine. She won't know where to put that. Where's she going to put a tape? Where do you think she's going to put the tape?
I don't know.
The cassette or
I'm
a
going to send her the
VHS?
tape and a player.
What
I'm
kind
gonna
of
send her
cassette
both.
tape or VHS?
I didn't think about it. I meant like a clip.
Yeah, to what email address? Mrs. Patel.
Mrs. Patel at hotmail.com.
You think she's got a Hotmail?
Yeah, I think she's got
And she managed to get Mrs. Patel early doors?
Yeah.
No, she's no.
No.
She's not. She's got no way of finding it. The email.
What on TV?
She's probably
watch
Googled
it.
you by now, though.
She doesn't use the internet. She doesn't have a computer.
She doesn't have a computer at
No,
all?
no.
What about her phone?
Yeah, her phone is a computer.
It was a home phone. And then I got her
She
an
doesn't have a
Amazon.
mobile.
Does not. She has an iPhone, no?
No, she doesn't use mobile. She has a mobile phone that she uses to call overseas.
Sunil
Like a flip
controls
phone.
her
Like a-
heating as well.
No, I don't, but I
You
will.
do. You were controlling her heating, and
No, I'm
but
not
you said
controlling her
you
heating.
said you can do it on
She's
your
not
phone.
a prisoner.
I don't know, Sunil. You said you were going to murder a woman for being single at 40, so...
Like
No,
a cow.
I was
yeah.
thinking of getting one of those thermostats you can control online because I set her up with broadband like a couple of months ago.
No,
because-
don't act like you're doing something nice. You the way you said it was like you wanted to control her heating. That was the way you
Well,
said
of course
it.
I want to control it because she doesn't know how to do the timer.
No, don't. You're saying it like you're being nice to her, but the way
You
you
can
said
keep
it
trying,
was...
Harriet. I don't think anyone's
Freezing
going to
her
accept
out.
that I'm trying to make her too warm. That's What kind of cruel person makes someone 2 degrees too warm?
Yeah.
I set her up with broadband so I could put an Alexa in there with a screen, so she can use that.
To make
That's
international.
nice.
Yeah, it's not been used once, so I need to. It's unplugged currently.
You're
so I
a
need to
good
get,
son, but
thank
you should share more of your life with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell
But
her
what is
what's
there to
happening.
share?
Be more open. The fact your whole job, you could just make a story. Like, say, I went to a gig.
But I've never thought of it as that interesting a thing. What are you checking your phone for?
She's texting your mom.
Texting your mom. I'm saying, oh my god.
On what number? She has to turn the
I
phone on
have
to
to-
get it, and then she gets scared if there's a text message.
Why?
She's like, it's buzzing.
Well, she's going to see you in this commercial that you're doing.
She's already seen. She hasn't seen me in the nationwide one.
Was she not surprised? So she hasn't seen you in the nationwide one?
Maybe she
doing
has. But
stand-up.
she's
Fat
probably
Man
seen it, but
saw her.
absolutely
Saw
not
him in
registered
it.
that it's me.
So she didn't know who the fat man was,
No.
but he knew who she was.
Yeah,
and you're
I
not
don't know who it
worried about
was.
your mother's safety.
Yeah. I don't know. I have
Your
no
son
idea.
is doing
I think it
stand-up.
must have been one of my friend's parents or something. Maybe.
Or maybe a nosy neighbour.
Are you reading us a sad story?
I'm going to read you a sad story. Do you
So
wanna hear
every
one?
episode,
Okay.
she reads us a sad story.
Yeah, to try and make
to
Sunil
make-
feel
Oh,
something.
good.
And they're bullshit.
Where'd you get them from?
From online.
You
just
heard of
Google,
it?
Google sad stories?
Yeah, that's what she does.
No, I had to
time.
use. It's quite difficult actually because you have to sift through quite a lot, and it's not just sad stories; it's other things. What are you doing?
Knocking it out your hands.
Okay. Actually, I do have one that got sent in. Shall I read the one that got sent in?
Oh, read the one that
Yeah.
got sent in, yeah.
Yeah, we got sent one. So, okay. So this is from. Oh no, sorry. So the title of it is "Fell in a Bucket."
This doesn't
I
sound
think I know where
sad.
this is going.
So-
No.
This sounds like,
That
like
sounds
an
sad.
episode
Okay.
of I Love Lucy.
Fell in a
So
bucket.
this is from Tim. Tim
Yes, this is
said,
the one you told me not to read.
Last year, I was in holiday in Alderney in the Channel Islands, staying at Fort Clonk.
Sorry?
That's that place.
Fort what?
Clonky or Clonk?
Can you read it
Did
out?
you say Clonk or
How
Clonky?
does it spell?
Fort Clonque.
How's it-
Q-U-E. C-L-O-N-Q-U-E.
Clonk.
Clonk. Fort Quonk. Around the fort, they have a few old bits of military stuff like cannons and also these huge rusty iron buckets. It also
He fell in one of them.
It also gets very dark on the island. You'd hate
He fell
that.
in
You
one of them
hate
'cause it got
dark.
dark.
You hate the dark.
Oh, it really makes me feel something. So he fell in a bucket.
One night I was walking between the captain's quarters and the barracks in pitch blackness and became frightened of a possible ghost behind me in the dark. That's what you'd
I do relate hard to this.
I
This is
started
exactly-
running, but immediately hit one of the big rusty buckets. I hit the rim
He
of
was
the
running
bucket
because he thought there was a
so
ghost.
hard that I immediately flipped 180 degrees
And
like a
fell into the
Sabuto
bucket.
guy and ended up face down in the bucket with my legs sticking straight up in the air.
That's not a sad story. It's hilarious.
It took about 10 seconds to work out what had happened and another 30 to struggle out of the bucket. My only injury was a bump on top of the head from being suddenly inverted. Love, Tim.
Tim, thank you for that.
Thank you, Tim. I loved that.
I thought it was very funny. I don't think it's a sad story,
Oh,
but what are you doing?
he didn't actually explain it
It-
at all.
it
He just sent the
actually-
story.
It actually sounds like it's an episode of Scooby Doo.
It is a cartoon, isn't it?
He then said, I think I meant table football, aka foosball guy, not Sabuto.
Oh, right.
Sad face.
Sabuto.
I want to say I hope it's worth it and that she remembers to say foosball instead of Sabuto,
Right.
which I didn't.
As
so,
usual, you didn't read it properly before.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so
Okay, so I think we still got the gist of it. It was still clear.
Yes,
we
yes.
still understood. I'm sorry,
I don't
Tim.
think that was the key information in there, Tim. There were much more interesting details that we
I'm sorry
focused
that I didn't
on.
say
yeah,
foosball. I said
the follow-up
Sabuto.
did really take the wind
Guy,
out of it, though.
yes,
It really
so-
did slow things down here.
Sorry about that, yes, but I think we got the gist, and I can imagine that
Thanks,
happening
Tim.
to you
How
one
do you
day.
feel, Sunil?
Yeah,
I
did that make you feel
I
sad?
do relate because it's like the time I fell over that dog, isn't it?
Yes, the last time you
Running,
cried.
yeah.
What kind of dog? A little
A
dog?
Labrador, big fat Labrador, big fat idiot Labrador.
I thought it was a sausage dog.
No, it was a big fat Labrador
How did you trip over
with
it
a
if
bunch
it's
of
so
sausages
big?
in its mouth,
No, it didn't.
running out of a butcher's.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it was in Carmarthen.
That's not true.
And
It
what,
didn't
you
have
were you were
sausages.
jogging and you ran
I was
into?
8 and I was running down the street and I fell over it, inverted like a Sabutio figure.
Foosball
Foosball.
figure.
Hey.
So that's probably why Tim sent it in.
But wait, and that's the last time Sunil cried.
Is it?
Yeah, so
No,
that's why we're
I
trying to
watched
make
Creed
him
2
feel
a couple
stuff.
of years ago.
Creed 2. Yeah.
I saw Which one's what happens in Creed 2? Is there a Creed 3?
Not yet.
And then I
hope
saw
there is.
Creed 2 and it was terrible.
Interesting.
Is this the boxing movie?
Yes, it's it's one of many boxing movies, but yeah, it's good.
What made you cry?
It's sad. It's
What
sad.
was it that was sad?
Yeah, what's so sad
His
about it?
dad, and that, and he won. He won the competition of boxing.
Was his dad had passed away and then
Apollo
he
Creed.
did it.
No,
He did it to.
He did it.
Oh, I remember now. He's fighting. His dad lost to the other guy's father
Who killed him?
in the ring.
And
I
they're
feel bad for saying that's a bad movie.
And it made you cry.
Yeah.
Were you alone? No. Who
Yeah,
you
I was
with?
alone.
Yeah, you were alone.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you remember any lines from the movie?
If he dies, he dies.
Is that really a line?
Oh no, that's from the original
Wow.
film where he died. Where
Did you feel the same emotion in the original as well?
in Rocky, one of the Rocky films where Apollo Creed dies, who's the father of Creed. He's killed by Ivan Drago.
I just have a quick question. So is Creed's name Creed or what do we?
It's Creed 2. It's Creed 2.
is his name Creed?
No, it's Creed
His
2.
surname's
So
Creed and his
Apollo
first name's
His
Creed.
name's Creed 2.
but presumably Apollo.
No.
Yeah.
It's,
His first
I think
name
I was
and
like
Creed
Steve
is
or something.
his-
I don't know. But he's
Steve Creed or Creed Steve. Which way around is it?
Apollo Creed is his dad's name.
Yeah, but what's his name?
Something Creed.
Steve Creed.
Yeah. And
I
Ivan
don't know about
Drago.
this.
Ivan Drago is the guy that kills his dad in the ring.
Yeah.
And when they say they're scared of Ivan Drago, and they're like, "What happens if you kill someone in the ring?" And he just goes, "If he dies, he dies."
Yeah.
And that made
you bawl.
didn't make me cry. It
bawl
made
like a
me
little
really
baby.
enjoy the film more.
Wow.
Great line.
I knew a teacher at drama school who never said that he cried, but he would say like that scene really moved me. My eyes moistened.
That's just like
That's me. That's
Sunil.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
just
I
like
say I don't
Sunil,
cry, but my
yeah,
eyes do moisten
yeah,
a lot.
they do
Right,
moisten
yeah.
a lot. Windy, if it's windy out.
I wake
Sometimes.
up with tears in my eyes usually.
Oh my god, you cry in your
Wow.
sleep.
No, I
You
wake
don't
up
cry when
like,
you're
and
awake,
my
but
eyes
when
are
you're
immediately
asleep.
crying. Because I think it's allergies.
Or the
And
daylight,
dust.
the thought of the day ahead.
Dust allergies, that kind of vibe.
Okay.
What about Pixar? You don't cry at Pixar films?
I don't watch them.
Oh,
I'm watching those.
You'd cry.
I'm fucking
You'd
watching
cry.
Pixar
Toy Story
films.
4. Do you
I'm not
want to watch
watching
Toy Story
that.
4 with me because I haven't seen it?
I'm not watching it.
We
I'll
should
give you
watch
my
it
Disney
together.
Plus login.
I've seen it.
Let's watch it together.
I've seen it. It was all right.
Which
Did you
one?
cry?
Toy Story 4.
Very good.
It's
Some
fine.
people don't like it. I think it's brilliant.
I think it's
seen it.
fine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very good. Onward, I really cried at that one. Have you seen Onward?
No, should we watch
It's
that
Pixar.
together?
I haven't seen Up. I haven't seen Onward either.
Let's watch it together.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you so
Thanks,
much
Janine.
for coming, Janine.
Thanks
We
for
really
having me.
appreciate
If you
it.
could cut out all the stuff about how I essentially committed some crimes at the beginning with screaming at
No.
people in the street, it would really
We've
be-
said way worse things. Yeah.
Anyway, Janine, where can people find you? You have stuff, Twitter or
Yes,
any
I have
shows or
Twitter.
anything?
I'm doing the British Comedy Guide Next Up Laughter Lounge
Great.
Ooh.
on October 2nd. Is this going to come out before then?
Yeah, it's not.
no.
I don't think.
Mid-October.
Okay. You can follow me on Twitter at Janine Harouni, or my sketch group does a bunch of sketches that we post online.
They're so good.
Yeah.
They're really
Yeah.
good. I love them.
And the-
yeah.
Thanks. We're called Muriel Comedy, so we're on Twitter and Instagram and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Amazing. We have Patreon. If anyone wants to support our Patreon, we'd so appreciate it. If you've been listening for a while, don't worry if you don't have the money, but if you do, you can join at different levels. The lowest is £3.
Yeah, and you get 2
And,
extra episodes.
You get 2 extra episodes, bonus
videos.
content.
Oh,
Yeah.
in this video.
Okay. And you can follow us, me at Harriet KEMSLEY and Sunil at Mrs. Patel at hotmail.com if you want to send his mum an email.
I'm going to send your mum an email.
You will not.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Why do we say thank you?
Why did
Oh,
we
for
say
listening. Yeah, we said thank you.
cute.
Yeah.